Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pep Talks. And you are watching on YouTube, or you're going to be listening on SoundCloud tomorrow, or today, or now. Okay, so hi, everybody. Eddie Pepitone along with co-host Steve Lally. And it's raining in Los Angeles, so me and Steve are both in good moods because it never rains out here, and it's nice when it rains, right? Why is it? I think it's so nice because, the bad, people label rain as bad, right? And I saw a car accident yesterday. Folks, I saw a car accident yesterday. It has nothing to do with the rain, though, I realize.
Because
so
it wasn't raining yesterday.
Yeah, I'm going to skip that. But the car was on fire, spewing black plumes of smoke. And I was in the back of a cab, and I was a little nervous about that. We had to, go around black plumes of smoke, and this car was on its side burning. And I'm just in the back of the cab talking to my friend, and there's people dying not 5 feet away from me. And that's what the apocalypse is going to be like. People just dying very close to you. Because of the financial collapse, because of the climate breakdown, all that stuff that is almost here at our doorstep, and it felt like it yesterday.
Welcome to the show, everybody. It's good to be here with you. I wish I had something apocalyptic to share. I just have heartbreak.
You have heartbreak.
Just heartbreak.
Well, yeah, we're going to get to that. And heartbreak. And this is what I want to talk about. The rain. Heartbreak is kind of poetic in the rain. You know what I mean? Whereas heartbreak in the fucking sun, and this is what I hate about LA, it's hard to be in pain in the goddamn sun.
Yeah.
Because the sun, it's a life-giving, you guys know the sun is life-giving, right? I call it the golden orb of shit out here because it's too sunny out here. You don't have, if you're crying on an extremely sunny day, and it's not only sunny out here, but it's extremely sunny.
It's too hot. It's too fucking hot most of the year. And this is why I like the rain, because it's too fucking...
Well, the reason why we like the rain is because it gives it some fucking contrast, and you can be in pain in the rain. Like, it's good to cry in the rain because it's good. Rain are God's tears. That's what rain is. It's God's tears. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, my God, Eddie, you're so fucking poetic. And, yeah, well, it's hard to not be poetic when you've had the adversity that I've had to deal with, So poetry comes out of it. Here's a poem just off the top of my head. Laser light love streaks through the train. Well, I don't really have it's not going to go well. By the way, what's going on? Oh, is that a scarf or a shirt? It looks like
it's a shirt. It's my own fashion.
It's
my fucking fashion.
I just noticed it.
It's a bib.
Yeah,
it's a
you
bib.
Have a bib on
Yeah.
and you're not eating,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
That's right.
But, yeah, so you have heartbreak, and I think the rain...
This is to catch my tears.
Yeah, I think the rain highlights it in a nice way. What is your heartbreak?
Well, I've been chasing this girl.
Wait a minute. We're all chasing. We're all chasing romance. We're all chasing love. So you have been now. Those of you who are new to the podcast, Steve hasn't been laid since an accident. Since an accident in January.
A year. No, it's been.
Is it a year? That's right. It was right around the holidays because I remember dropping you off on the fatal day.
I was. You did.
Did I drop you off on the fatal day?
No, you didn't drop me off.
It might have been the night before.
No, you didn't.
It was close.
Okay, it was close.
Because you were telling me you were going to fly out to visit
family that day, right?
And you never made it.
I never made it. Yeah.
Because you got into a bicycle accident.
No. It wasn't a bike.
You were trying to cross the street.
Yeah. But I want to say this. I was laid just before the accident. I was laid just before the accident, and
good.
Then since the accident, if you can't move, dude, I couldn't get off the couch for a couple of months.
You could still get laid. You could have someone
come over,
do most of the work.
Right,
you know
but
what I mean?
you'd have to have someone who wanted to do that.
Absolutely.
Right. So that complicates that part of the problem. And then on top of that, once I got off the couch, I'm only one arm. I was only one arm Willie for a while. So
right. Well,
so
one arm, you could have sex with one.
You could
one
cut
arm.
out, but you can't really attract a woman with one arm.
Well, hey, Quasimodo, guys, you know Quasimodo, right? The Hunchback. He was crushing pussy. Quasimodo was.
He was very in love with a woman as well.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, and she didn't return his affection.
Is this a similar story?
Yeah, I feel like Quasimodo.
You do.
I do. I feel like ringing a bell. I feel like ringing a giant. Didn't he ring a bell? Wasn't there a bell tower and everything?
Yes, that was his job.
I was watching Napoleon Dynamite last night, and I watched Napoleon Dynamite send the picture to the girl, and the mother tells the girl, "You must go with this kid to the dance," and normally I'm laughing, and I actually felt like that guy, like completely out of touch. Sending a gift to a woman who has no interest in you and is only out of sheer guilt humoring you.
I got to tell you, the silver lining to grief and heartbreak is that it gives us compassion for others. I remember I went through a breakup many years ago. I was devastated by the breakup. And I never felt more connected to the human race than I did during that period of intense suffering. Do you know what I mean?
I do, but I feel like right now I haven't been feeling connected. Maybe what I am feeling is connection, but really I'm pissed off.
Well, have you grieved it yet? Or
I don't know
are you in the because it's 7? I guess it's the 7 phases of death, because it's a death of a relationship. There's negotiation, there's anger, there's denial. That whole.
I'm going through all of it at the same time. All of it at the same time. That's the.
But have you been grieving? Have you been crying?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you have.
I have. I mean, not continuously.
Okay.
Like.
Right. Well, let's hope
yeah,
not. I mean, we have to do a podcast. Right? I mean, you can't be crying.
That would be great. That would be great for the podcast. The ratings would go up.
I'm always looking for a niche, in the podcast world, because I don't do the murder podcast. I don't do
the crying comedian,
the conspiracy,
the crying comedian.
But it maybe the niche is that all my guests are going through incredible heartbreak, and they're crying, they're weeping, and I'm just talking and then doing the ads.
But you should cry too. Everybody should cry. We should have a segment.
It's hard to fake it.
Do you want to have
a
crying segment? We could do that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to produce. If I'm feeling good, which I am, lately, it's hard for me to,
This conversation.
I mean, I'm an actor, so I could, what they do is they call it emotional recall, where you flash to a time you were heartbroken. But I don't want to go there.
Sense memory, right?
Sense memory. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. And this is a note to the actors out there. Fucking get your shit together. And practice and rehearse, and don't just sit around waiting for that call. Do your art, Most actors I know, sit and moan and bitch, like myself, about, I didn't get the call, fucking, work on being an actor, work on monologues, work with scene partners, join a class so you can act.
And if you're having trouble with any of that, folks, the Chatsworth Actors Guild is always available for you. And
and
Eddie
Matt was supposed to write.
It doesn't matter. We created a commercial right on the spot. We will get paid by the Chatsworth Actors. That was good.
But he was supposed to write Chatworks Actors Guild.
We really
thing.
like that. You should be the pitch ad man for the Chatters. Oh, forget it. Forget it. But
all right. So anyway,
yeah. I went through this thing with this woman, and
what happened?
I guess you could say I courted like old time courting.
Now here's the thing. To you, it was courting.
To her, maybe it was.
It was like just a guy who is like, just another guy.
A nuisance. Maybe it was a nuisance. But the girl enjoyed the attention I was giving her. Mm-hmm. But
when people court me, I like the attention.
Here's the.
No, I do. I get
You do get courted.
I get courted.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
I get courted. You know, I'm a charismatic comedian.
You turn that into a geriatric.
A what?
You turn charismatic into charismatic.
Yeah. You know, it's nice to get attention.
Yes.
You know, just so you feel, romantic. You feel.
But if you were getting unwanted attention from someone you weren't attracted to, wouldn't you just tell the person if it was more than one or two times? You would just come out and just tell the person, hey, you need to.
I think so. Yeah.
Alone. So this person didn't do that. So I don't know what this. But first of all, women are not like us. They're different. We're.
Oh, wait a minute.
I mean, we're.
Wait a minute. Are you saying men and women are different?
I know we're not supposed to be.
This is a great topic for comedy.
I know. When you told me not to be sexist, but Yeah,
right. It's right. Don't be sexist.
But we are different, and so they deal with things different. Maybe the girl liked me. I don't know.
But don't we have more similarities than differences?
I don't know right now, man.
Oh, you're down on women.
I'm down on it. But something funny came out of it.
Because you got rejected.
But something funny did come out of it.
What was the funny thing?
When I first met the girl, she said, "Would you send me some comedy? I want to see your comedy." So I sent her. So
you sent her a Charlie Chaplin
song. I sent her your comedy. No, I'm just kidding. I sent her my stand-up. And I sent her the video that got the biggest laughs, because that's what I'm figuring. I should send her the video that gets the biggest laughs, right?
Uh-huh.
So I sent her this video, and then after that she stopped talking to me. She never she said she never acknowledged that she got the
That's
video.
what happens when I send my comedy to agents.
I know.
And casting people. They stop talking to me.
That's right, or they send you to somebody else.
Yeah. Our stable is full right now. That's what they say. Our stable's full right now, Eddie.
Have you
really? Is it full?
Have you actually had those words said to you?
Yes,
Our stable
I think so.
is full
I think so. I have. Yes. That's a Hollywood no.
It's a baseball.
It's a Hollywood
thing,
no.
So
we love you. We love what you do. It's just our stable right now. It's like
you're Mr. Ed.
Yeah. I am Mr. Ed. But go ahead.
Okay, so I sent her the comedy. She
funny.
never acknowledged she got it, and then her whole attitude toward me changed.
How long ago was that?
This is months ago. This is months and months ago.
Well,
so I didn't pick up on it, dude. I didn't pick up on it, and so then I said I got to.
You wanted to be heard on some level. I hate to tell you that.
Of course I did, but I thought it was going to impress her. I thought what I was sending her was going to impress her. Okay,
right.
So she stops talking about. Do you want to do an ad?
No, not at all. Go ahead. Yeah.
So she stops talking to me. She stops acknowledging even my existence. So I knew I sent her a gift, and I sent her a gift because I was feeling
the gift,
I had.
Was the
it was
gift
small gift?
Hold on, no. Was it a George Carlin CD? Like I know that comedy wasn't.
It was. I was considering her. I was thinking of her.
Right. So what'd you
not
send
me.
What'd you say?
I sent her a little gift, like a coffee table book, and I got it wrapped professionally at a,
what was
women
the book
fucking
about?
like a boutique. It was about stories behind the famous American songs.
Oh, she's a singer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I sent her this gift, and then I had it nicely wrapped, and I got her this real cool card that told her what I thought, that I felt for her, And then she started paying attention to me. So then she started. So when I was on the road, remember when I was on the road, I sent her.
Let's take this back 1 second. Let's rewind a little bit. When you said in the card what you felt for her, how intimate was that?
I said, I think of you so often and fondly.
Ah, okay.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, but that is something that is
that's a pretty direct.
That's very direct, and it's like, oh, okay, this guy's interested in me, and. But she started paying attention.
Paying attention, and then I went out of town, and I sent her flowers to where she works.
And how did that go?
Very well. When I came back, we had lunch, and we talked, and got to know each other a little bit. We had a long couple hours together, and then she said, "This is where the humor starts to come in." She said,
"We'll be the judge of that."
I sent you my comedy. Didn't you see it?" Because she's asking about going to see me do comedy. And I said, I sent you my comedy. She goes, I don't remember. So I sent her the same video. Again, I sent her the same video.
And what happened?
Now, so this...
I would have sent her a different one.
Again, not being intuitive, no intuition. I have no intuition. It's not working for me. Okay, I'm blind here.
Right.
Okay, so send her this video, which, by the way, has gotten me work and has made there's irony behind it because people who I respect have been impressed by that video. So,
where'd you film it?
Miami, 2005, 2006. It's old.
It's old,
but it's in black and white. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
Anyway, so in the video, I'm saying I'm making fun of women who fuck men who own things. I say in the video,
fuck men.
I hate women who fuck men who own things. That's a line. It's one of the biggest laughs in the piece. I hate women who fuck, and it gets a huge laugh. But it's not.
Is it women who fuck men who? Is it? In other words, the point behind that bit, like women who would just want materialistic women?
I have nothing. Yeah, there's a lot of being said there, but it's just one line. It's not the whole thing. It's just a line, and it gets a big laugh. And anyway, so I sent her the same thing. It didn't occur to me that I might have been offending her. Okay, it's
because she may be that type of woman.
This is the how by God's laughing. Because I fell in love with the woman I'm making fun of. The women I'm making fun of is the girl I fell in love with. That's the profound thing.
I think this is what I think is that you should send her that video every day until she relents.
I think we should brainstorm till we get a solution that's
So let me tell you something. It's always a blessing whenever you don't hook up with someone. I think it wasn't meant to. I mean, I know it's all cliche, but she sounds materialistic and superficial.
Yeah.
Because she knows you don't have much, right?
She chose a guy that had more than me. That's what she.
Well, that's a big pool of people.
I know, everybody. That's pretty much every guy.
That's pretty much every guy.
Yeah, I mean, but, somebody who could maybe help take care of her in some way, financially, But anyway, my point being is that it's extremely funny that it didn't occur to me that who I was dealing with. I never really got to know her well enough either, to know that about her, and I wasn't really paying attention. But it doesn't matter. It's funny as hell.
Good. You're already, dude, you're already on the other side of it, for Christ's sakes. Because if you were real, well, first of all, you didn't have much. I mean, you guys didn't have sex. You guys didn't hang out that much.
No, we didn't.
So this is really, I hate to say it, man, but it was a fantasy.
It was an infatuation.
It was a fantasy. It was an infatuation. It was a fantasy. And you're not alone in that. I mean, we live our lives,
dude. But it wasn't
fantasy.
It wasn't.
We live. Let me just get that point across to this bunch of fucking. We live our lives in fantasy. It is rare when people live in reality. This is the function, by the way, of a culture that we live in, a consumerist, capitalist, materialist culture that is inducive because of all the electronic, hallucinations at our fingertips, drugs, all the tons of Netflix, video games. You're not a video gamer player, though, are you?
But wait.
No, but I'm just saying that reality is
But if it had
harsh.
If it had worked out, it wouldn't have been a fantasy. It would have been real. So
but the reason I say it was a fantasy is because, the way you described it, was that it was in your head mostly, for sure, I think. Do you disagree with that?
I do, because I interacted with this person a lot. I saw her a lot. We were seeing each other a lot. We were together a lot. I'm not going to go into detail, but it wasn't that I just was somebody from afar, like I'm Mike Nichols, carnal knowledge with the fucking figure skater. It wasn't like that.
Right. Well, she was just being friendly, I think, in hindsight. No?
I'm not going to get in. I don't want to delve into why. Okay. Whether because it's just going to make me crazy. Because I couldn't figure out obviously what was going on. But if I hadn't taken a chance, I wouldn't know. So I had to try. I had to make a pimp decision and try.
Now, I said to you in the car, me and Steve talk in the car on the way here.
Not to brag.
Well, not to brag that
We have.
We also talk in a car.
Outside the
as
podcast.
opposed to a studio. A lot of people talk in cars. A lot of people think that cars are a cool place to talk in because you're in motion. When you're just sitting at a table, you ever notice that? It's tougher to just sit at a table and talk to someone as opposed when you're like doing something, you know, like riding in a car, the person driving. You know, it seems to just be less intense.
It makes the ride easier, right? When you're on a long drive and you have someone to talk to, it goes by like.
I mean, we do sing a lot of times. Me and Steve will just sing songs in the car too. Like, let's show them.
Hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand?
Hey
Joe, where
you
going with that gun in your hand?
Hey Joe, where you going, you crazy motherfucker? All right, they get the idea. But so in the car, I said that maybe this is a message that you need to take care of yourself before you take care of someone else, before you can be in a relationship.
Yep, for sure.
And even looking back at the accident, you know, which was the end of sex for you, what, you know, the term accident, you know, mishap, you know, bad circumstance, misfortune, the accident. You got disabled. You had to take care of yourself. You had to nurse yourself back to health. And now you're healthy.
I'm pretty good. I'm probably 92%.
Well, we're never all 100%, especially during the season, especially during podcast season. You're never 100% during podcast season. It's very demanding. You see what we're doing physically here. This is not easy, you know.
So I'm about 85% well. 85% well.
But I think it's more spiritual. I think it's more spiritual, you know, love, romance. You're saying, I mean, in a way, I think you kind of framed it wrong. I really believe this, that, oh, I don't have anything, so I can't have a woman. I don't have any fucking money. You know, you're not doing great right now. You know, but maybe a woman like that, it's true, but.
Well, I didn't think that though, but I completely threw that out the window with this. Well, I considered it, but I didn't.
You just went with the attraction.
I just went with the spirit. The spirit was moving me to. I wanted it. I wanted it to happen. So I tried, and you know.
Now,
the girl might not have handled it too well. The way she could have probably handled it better, but you know.
Are you going to see her again?
Never. I don't think so. No. I don't think I'm ever going to see her or talk to her or anything, no.
Really?
Yeah, and I sent her the text after, and I said, that long text is always bad, but, you know, who are you?
You sent a long text?
Well, saying, you know, I just never got a chance to tell you how I felt, like really felt about you. I know you knew I had feelings for you, but this is what was happening, and so I wanted to explain why I was
in a text
pursuing you like this, you know, because there was something that I felt needed to be explained. You know, an item, a detail that I felt needed to be explained. Yeah, I guess partly I kind of wanted to see how she would, you know, what I'd get back.
Anything?
Go away.
Did it
no.
Now, but there's something great about it.
There's something great about
go away. Eddie. Well, go away is definitive. You know, there's something great about definitiveness.
It was like a kind go away.
Oh, really?
You're a really nice guy. Anytime it starts out with that,
is that what it was?
Really nice
You're
guy.
a really nice guy? That's the worst. Go away is better.
It's better. Go away is
You're a really nice guy?
Yeah. But if the chick was letting me, if this chick was letting me lead her, she was enjoying attention and enjoying my attention, and she had no interest in me at all, and she was laughing at me because this is the worst. This is the worst. You know, in your imagination, my imagination. This is the worst case scenario. She was laughing at me behind my back, and she just was being cruel, and you know, she was
You thought she was being
allowing.
cruel?
No, I'm saying in my Yetzer Hara, my worst part of myself. You know, with the funhouse mirror where you don't see things straight, where where you see the worst thing, and you're beating yourself up. Is that this girl was just kind of laughing, and she just thought I was an idiot, and she was like letting me do this, and that there was some cruelty there.
Oh, no. You were just angry at her.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing things straight, so I don't know what the truth is. See, so that's why I don't want to think about it too much. That's why I said I don't want to delve into it too much, because I just will beat myself up, because I got no one to blame. I did this myself. Nobody's to blame. The girl's not to blame. It's not her fault.
Right.
You know?
No, you just have to let it go.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you just have to let it go
just
move on, which is always difficult.
Right.
And there are stages of letting go of a romantic fantasy. And the reason I say it's fantasy, because you never kissed, all that stuff.
No.
You never kissed in a car or, right?
A lot of things are good to do in a car, by the way. Not just talking.
You never kissed in a car. You never kissed behind a 7-Eleven dumpster.
No,
You never
behind bleachers. Under the bleachers. Did you ever get laid under the bleachers?
No.
That was always a fantasy of mine. Like an adolescent fantasy.
I might have made out once, not under a bleacher. Under bleach, it was bleach. A lot of bleach. It was a bleach factory. Hey, don't judge me, you fucking random people. I'm talking not to my fans, but to random people who are on YouTube. You random assholes.
Maybe it's time for a commercial.
Let's just time for a commercial. I kid the random assholes out there. Look, you're random, while I am. What's the opposite of random?
It's specific.
Specific?
Yeah, you're specific.
And I'm specific. I'm specific, and you're random, and deal with it. And now a word from Adore Cafe, which may be the perfect ad for you.
Adore Cafe. Happy holidays, everybody. We're right between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Adore Cafe is a family-owned cafe located in the Burbank foothills, serving up some of your favorite pagan holiday flavors. Constantine may have penetrated pagan festivals with Christian themes back in 337 AD, but Adore Cafe has Me Too'd those flavors back where they belong. Enjoy one of these pagan holiday-inspired lattes: Tamarind Totonic Yule, Adonis Apple Spice, Seven-Legged Lamb Nog, Bewer Bestower of Logic and Cinnamon. Let me read that again. Bewer Bestower of Logic and Cinnamon, Holy Mickatan, Bringer of Fire and Death, Mexican hot chocolate with a spicy twist. All Yule long, Adore Cafe will be offering buy one coffee, get one free if you pay with the blood of a Christian child. If you bring a virgin, the owner of Adore will give you the deed to the cafe, because there hasn't been a virgin this close to Hollywood since 1957. And she is ready to call you on your bullshit. Come to Adore Cafe and taste the dark rituals of Christmas that predate the birth of Christ by 5,000 years. Thank you, Adore Cafe.
And thank you, Matt Rasamoto, our producer, who wrote that for Adore Cafe in Burbank. And it's beautiful. The foothills
of Burbank.
The foothills of Burbank
Sounds like an independent film.
The foothills of Burbank. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be an indie.
Used to be Nashville. Used to be these movies were Nashville and Chinatown and Five Easy Pieces.
Well, Chinatown was L.A.
Yeah. And
It
now
was
it's
Chinatown in L.A., which I've been to the Chinatown here in L.A., and it's so small compared to
the movie.
New York and the movie. The New York and San Francisco.
Really?
San Francisco's Chinatown's really nice, too.
Smells
but to the
funny.
food, well, I'm vegan now, but man, when I was not vegan, I would rampage through Chinatown for their food.
In San Francisco.
Both New York and San Francisco.
Where's the best Chinatown food? What do you think is the best?
Tough call. I would think, I always rate New York above everybody in the U.S. anyway. But San Francisco, very close. Chinatown, both places can't go wrong.
I think New York's Dunkin' Donuts was better than the high-priced restaurants in L.A. New York's
Really?
Dunkin' Donuts was
What
actually
do you love the coffee?
the donuts.
Oh, the donuts.
I'm a
yeah.
donut fucking.
Everybody loves donuts. I used to eat those fucking things too. And they have vegan donut shops, and they're not.
It's not the same.
Well, at least these ones that I had, I think there are great ones, and all vegan food. I don't want to turn anyone off from vegan food because that's the only way to go. Once you've woken up, you know, the kids have a word woke, right? Are you woke? And I am. And I'm speaking to you, random asshole. Right?
You need to be specifically woke like Eddie.
Specifically, no, but I mean, I'm woke to
Well, to the torture of animals.
torture of animals. So fucking horrible. And plant-based diet would really lessen the horrors of climate breakdown because all the methane produced in the production of I mean, it's just an environmental disaster. They raise the Amazon rainforest so cows can graze for very little meat. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy.
Have you eaten at Native Foods?
I think I did outside of LA, but not in a long time. Is it really good?
It's the best.
Where is it?
Westwood.
Oh, okay.
I know.
I don't go there.
I know, but
I might go to Westwood with my wife to visit a vintage typewriter store because we both like typewriters and to get away from the digital age and just type. Just it's so great to hear the clacking.
Right.
When you're type and by the way, don't try to do what I just did. That clacking typewriter sound. I can do it because I'm an actor and I'm trained classically. I was trained on the Thames River and the Seine River, one in France, one in London. I was trained classically, and that clacking sound, you can't do it as a layperson.
I got the sense memory feeling, like you sense memory that you brought back a.
But it's great. The typewriter, it's visceral as opposed to the computer, the soullessness, of a computer, and you just go into that brightly lit screen, and the keys don't make any noise, and you get carpal tunnel.
You are like a drummer when you type on a typewriter.
Little bit.
There's a drumming kind of thing. And then when you hit the space or the return, you hear ding like a bell,
I just feel
right?
like Bert Sugar on a typewriter. You know who that is? He's an old boxing. I think he died kind of recently. And if he's not, Bert, I'm glad you're alive. People did this to Abe Vigoda for many years. They thought he was dead. If Bert Sugar's still alive, he might be dead. But he's a boxing reporter, and he always has like a cigar,
A stogie.
a stogie. Perfect. Stogie out of his, and he's always in the first round. Ali came toward Frazier. You know what I mean?
You could play Bert Sugar
I
in the
could play.
real made-for-life TV movie.
I could play Bert Sugar. They don't give me a chance out here in Hollywood, and I'm not whining. I'm just saying they're pricks and they're horrible. Hey, we have some calls. You want to hear a call? Let's go to a call.
We got 3 calls today.
We got
everybody.
some three calls, and they were all really
juicy,
good ones. So let's go to the first one. And by the way, folks, we're getting calls, and you could call us and leave a comment, even a random person out there. You could call us with your randomness. So anyway, the number to call to the podcast to let us know what the hell is going on with you and what you would like to talk about, or just a comment to the show, to me and Steve. The number is 424-262-0904. That number, 424-262-0904. Let's go to our first call this week, and here it is. Oh, no, that's not that one. Okay, here it is. And enjoy this call, everybody.
It's your boy, Jardo. It's been a while since I've called, and I have to say that you inspired me. So I've been, it's been about 3 days now, and I've been really trying to go raw vegan. There's a cafeteria by my work where I can, get, salad and stuff and a lot of fresh vegetables, although I drown it in, balsamic vinegar. So I'm not quite sure that kind of might discount the whole raw vegan thing. I don't know. But I did break down the other day. I had a good stretch, but I did had some Papa John's pizza that my wife left and I have to say, after like going so long, like just eating greens and stuff, man, it fucking hits you hard, like you're smoking a bowl or something. It is powerful, that stuff. So I think I can do it because I do feel better. I'll be honest, my energy level is a little lower, but I do feel clean, like cleaner on the inside, and I don't have that sickening feeling after you finish like a greasy meal or something. Once you finish like a big bowl of greens, I mean, you're satiated and you feel like you're eating the way you should. So you inspired me. I guess the other big news, I think prior, what kind of brought this on too, was I'm about to have a kid. My wife's pregnant, so we're worried about that. So I guess I'm trying to be as healthy as I can. So I just want to say that you guys inspired me, and I want to give some love to Steve Lawley too. I mean, I like Eddie, but I like Steve too. He deserves some love. So guys, take care. Bye.
Well, I didn't catch his name. Did you?
No.
But thank you so much for that call. Raw vegan is heavy. I don't do
what
raw
does that mean?
Well, raw vegan means like raw vegetables, and
so nothing's cooked.
Yeah, I believe so. I tried it for a little bit, and I to go vegan for me, and it's good that you are trying that. Even though I gotta say that if you are, as they say in 12-step programs, going to go out, go out on something good. Papa John's pizza is awful. I mean, I say this as a New York snob, but yeah, I know pizza. Yeah.
Okay? So give this guy some advice. If he's gonna cheat, what should he go for? What's his?
Well, I'm just saying that Papa John, and that's that guy Papa John.
He's an asshole.
What? Yeah,
he's a right wing.
He's a right wing douche. So don't fucking patronize these right wing douchebag fucks, like whatever his name is. I'm not gonna Google it right now, but. Yeah, but it's great that, having a kid, and of course then the instinct is like, let me get my shit together.
Let me stay alive.
Let me stay alive. Let me get my shit together. And it's good you're doing that. But and also you said, sir, and thank you for the love that you threw me and Steve Lawley, because Lawley deserves some
Thank you so
love.
much. That meant a lot to me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's going through, rejection right now. I mean, since the accident.
It's been a good year, though, man.
All right. So
it's been a good year.
So there you go. But it's been a good year, yeah.
It has actually been a good year.
I just want to finish off with our caller, who I didn't get his name, but if you drown something in balsamic vinegar, you're not killing any effect of veganism. I just, I first and foremost do veganism for the compassion toward the animals. That's my first and foremost thing. I still crave comfort foods, and there are many vegan comfort foods out there. You could switch it up. You could, it's good that you're doing that raw vegan thing and that your impetus is to go really healthy, but that's a difficult thing. And I believe, did you catch that he said he did 3 days and then he went out?
I didn't catch that.
Oh, okay. But
it sounded like he did longer.
Yeah, keep going. Keep doing it. Keep doing it as much as you can, and I'm really glad that you're doing it. Don't worry about balsamic vinegar. That's all vegan. Yeah, good stuff. And thank you for that call. Let's go to one other call right now. Do this one. Here we go.
Hey, Eddie. How are you? Dino here, second-time caller. So I just had a question for you. Wondering... because you mentioned this before on some other episodes, that you used to smoke pot and you used to drink alcohol and stuff, but you stopped for your health. And just kind of was wondering what prompted that and when that happened and why. Thanks. Love the show. Bye.
Oh, thank you so much. Gina? What was the name? Gina?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't know. I didn't catch them.
Okay. Well, yeah, I stopped, and thank you so much for the call. I know you called before, and yeah, I stopped smoking pot when I'm 60. I just turned 60, and I stopped smoking around 41 because I started to get It was a couple of things, and I figured it out. I started to get panic attack. Like I would take one hit of pot. I was a big pothead. Wasn't that big a drinker, but I did stop everything because I wanted to stay clean from pot, and drugs in general. I didn't do a lot of drugs, but it was weed. I was such a stoner. And what I realized, and I would take a hit of pot, and all of a sudden, I would get these fucking panic attacks. Like I couldn't breathe. I was getting,
Paranoid.
Paranoid, anxiety, like incredible anxiety. And you know what I realized it was? I realized that for me, what it was is that I had aspirations. Like I'm a late bloomer. You know what I mean? I really am. And I realized that for me, I realized that if I kept smoking weed, the way I smoke it. Now, I'm like an addictive personality, an addict, and I smoked it addictively. Like, I didn't just go, if I could, I might be still smoking it. I just didn't go, oh, I'm going to have a little on a Tuesday night after all the work is done. I would be like, I'm going to CVS. I'm going to the pharmacy. It'll be great to smoke because people look funny when I'm high at the pharmacy. You know what I mean? Like, I did it all the time. So what I determined that the panic attacks were about, they were a warning to me. They were saying you will never be what you want to be. You will never, grow as a human being, and you will never grow as an artist. It was particularly about my comedy, I think. You will never be, a professional.
You won't reach your full potential.
Absolutely. And then since I stopped doing it, I have been much more fearless as a comedian.
Did you have the feeling that if you don't smoke weed, you won't be able to do this? Like if I quit
at first, I guess.
Right.
It was so difficult at first to quit, and I had to go to a 12-step program, Marijuana's Anonymous, which, some people make fun of, and because I've heard people say, like, get yourself a real
addiction.
A real addiction. Which is funny. But for me, it was weed, and then I stopped alcohol. I mean, I did get drunk occasionally, but I stopped alcohol because if I had a drink, like if I went out and had a drink after this podcast, I would want a joint immediately.
Right.
So that's why I stopped, because I had a big realization that I wouldn't be able to really fulfill my life's purpose, which is to be funny, and to professionally be funny and just to be an artist, and I'm an artist. And you people are lay people, not the caller.
Random.
Now let's go. We have an ad. It's been a great show so far. Aaron, what minute are we in?
42 and a half. Not bad.
42?
And we've only done one commercial.
Here's another commercial. This one, and they're great. And by the way, Rasamoto, if you're listening, I requested the Chatsworth Actors Guild.
Whatever.
Chatsworth Actors Guild. And we didn't get it again. All right, so Zuko's Beard Ointment. They've been a great sponsor for this show, and I'm approached by a lot of ointment companies, and I really reject them because a lot of the ointments out there are disgusting. But Zuko's Beard Ointment, whole different story, because ointments can be disgusting where you have to put them, what they are treating, and I don't want to be the
pitch man
for
funky ointments.
Yeah. You could understand that,
I
right?
think it's an honor to not have a beard and be chosen by Zuko's Beard Ointment. Neither you nor I.
That's right. Here we go. Zuko's Beard Ointment. I just want to thank Zuko, Fred Zuko, who owns Zuko's Beard Ointment. I want to thank Fred and his family for trusting PepTalks with this. Are you looking for that last minute and possibly too late Hanukkah gift for a loved one or possible accountant? Zuko is extending its Cyber Monday sale through Hanukkah because, like the rest of you, we kind of thought we had at least another week before Hanukkah. By the way, happy Hanukkah, everybody. But damn, here it is, knocking on our door like a creepy Leonard Nimoy from the 1978 remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Don't let this holiday creep past you like a... Don't let this... Fucking Rasamoto... Don't let this holiday creep past you like a voiceless alien clone of Jeff Goldblum. I don't like Jeff Goldblum.
I do.
You do?
Yeah. Big Chill. Big Chill
Yeah.
is great. Though.
That's so long ago. He does the worst fucking movies, and he's a commercial whore with this apartment rental thing.
He's a weasel. But in the beginning, he was great. He was
all right. Don't let this holiday creep past you like a voiceless alien clone of Jeff Goldblum, and get the Donald Sutherland in your life, something to tame his whistle muffler. Yes, all these people were in Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Get on board the theme train. Choo choo! Don't be like a panicking Verona Cartwright, struck dumb with fear because you can't find a last-minute Hanukkah gift, and or because everyone you know and love has been replaced with a shrieking plant zombie. It's Hanukkah. Get someone a case of Zuko's beard ointment so they can grease their chin beast before Elijah shows up. Zuko's beard ointment for the face fern in your life. Great company.
That was an incredible delivery, I might say. By the way, that was the acting. What was it between the which river, the Neves and the whatever you studied came out?
Oh, I studied classically on the Thames in London,
in the Thames.
and the Seine in Paris.
Amazing.
I studied in London and Paris.
So you could deliver a beard ointment. Nobody can deliver a beard ointment commercial like that, dude.
You know.
That was beautiful.
When I study, it's only, it's to make other people feel bad. That's why I study. So I can feel above the fray. The great beast is what I call you guys, the populace. The great beast, the great unwashed, the
Philistines,
just
troglodytes.
The troglodytes, yeah. But
But isn't that the entire academic world?
The academic world is so pathetic. A lot of it is. A lot of it is. First of all, they're bought and sold. They're bought and paid for. Right?
Hand-wringing.
By corporate fucking. They do research. These fucking pricks do research on animals in all these so-called enlightened universities. Fucking horrible scientific research on animals. Supposedly you don't need to do that anymore, and these fucks still do it. The military does shit like, fucking taking animals and exploding shit around them. The military, actually, I read this thing that they're doing this seismic testing, these underwater testings of their explosive devices, and they fucking kill dolphins, sea turtles. They kill all these creatures. The fucking military, man. But anyway,
maybe it's time for another commercial.
No, we just did one. The podcast is going great. No matter what anybody thinks, I think you've rebounded pretty well and, pretty quickly over your.
It just happened.
When did it happen?
It just Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's new.
Sunday was hard. Saturday night and Sunday.
Did you watch football Sunday?
And then they lost to my team. Lost to your team.
Well, you lost to the Giants.
Yeah, who suck.
I
know. But they're playing better.
I can't even feel good about them winning.
Even though I do. You lost a draft pick spot.
Yeah, maybe.
With every time they win. Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
I like when they win, of course. I thought they were going to lose to the Bears.
Well, we had our backup quarterback.
That's right.
Who threw 2 intercepts. They lost 5. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Who
was their quarterback last year?
Last year was Trubisky.
No, it wasn't.
Who, the Bears?
Mm-hmm.
Was Trubisky, dude. That was his rookie year.
Okay, who was it before?
Was Brian Hoyer?
Nope.
Who was it? You tell me. It sounds like you're asking me a question.
I forgot. I am, but you're not saying the name that I think it is, and I can't think of his name.
Before Trubisky, Mike Glennon. You mean Jay Cutler?
Yes.
That was a few quarterbacks back. But
was
okay.
it?
Yeah. That was like 3-4 quarterbacks back.
I'm out of it.
From the quarterback.
Well, the Bears were so bad for a while, but now they're good, and that's good. They just had an off game. All right. Let's see. I'm just so we talked about your heartbreak.
Yeah.
We talked about the military doing underwater testing, which is just pathetic. I just want to say that Herbert Walker Bush, who died, Georgia, he's been lionized by the media as this great statesman, and he was a murderer. He was a big time murderer. he was a fucking huge murderer, and that's what they do. I mean, I know that's out of left field right now because we haven't really been talking
Politics.
but you know, Herbert Walker Bush was just such a murderer, and they keep doing this stuff where they keep rewrite history.
Well, they keep pushing him in the media. They keep putting him in your face. Like, you know, I heard about it once or twice. Okay, he passed. You know, I don't need to keep hearing about George Bush's mother and his sisters and his everybody.
Well, they're
you know,
such
it's a
fucking murderers.
show, but they're putting on a show with this
whole
coffin
incursion
and
into the Mideast.
They took fucking
in Iraq.
They took Ronald Reagan on tour.
They killed 3,000 people in. Oh, they took Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, I can't even get booked for the fucking Comedy Zone, and they took Ronald Reagan on a world tour,
and he was
dead.
Vicious
he was
murderer.
Fucking dead.
Anyway, people really need to know the truth, you know, and you know, I talked about this yesterday on Jimmy Dore's Aggressive Progressive podcast. That, you know, people are. We have, you know, we talk about Russia having state-run propaganda machines, and they do. But our propaganda machine is unbelievably intense. CNN, MSNBC.
It's better. Our propaganda machine is better.
It is because it's more slick. It's slicker. It's slicker, you know.
But it's breaking down. Not fast enough. But it is breaking down.
You know, I mean, it's just unbelievable that people still talking about the Russians being responsible for Hillary Clinton's loss to Donald Imbecile.
They're the ones that are going to stick us with Trump again, maybe. They're the ones that are going to stick us with Trump again.
The Democrats,
because they can't face the fact.
The Democrats need to really represent working people instead of Wall Street and the military. That's all.
That's like,
and let's go to another call. I say this every
it's like trying to
week.
get a fucking heroin addict sober, dude. Trying to get the Democrats off corporate money.
Good point.
It's like trying to sober up a
and
fucking
until they
heroin
are,
addict.
we need a revolution in this country, a nonviolent, peaceful revolution that will never happen. Okay, here we go. Here's the last call we got this week, and here we go, everybody. Another call, and if you want to call in, and as you can tell, me and Steve are Renaissance men. We go from personal intimacy on one hand to incredible leaps into the truth about how we're being controlled and manipulated by our media and by corporate money. The United States is just lock, stock, and barrel been destroyed from within by Goldman Sachs.
The military-industrial complex.
Yeah. You know what's really pissing me off, too, lately is reading about how prisoners are forced to work for nothing. And we have the biggest prison population in the world, and it's just fucking disgusting. If you want to leave a message for the show, it's 424-262-0904. It's modern-day slavery. It's what it is.
I reposted that on social media. You posted it, and I reposted. And there was a guy who I grew up with who went to prison. Not to brag that I have those kind of friends.
Yeah, you hang.
I've lived on the street.
No, it's a crime to be poor in America. That's what it's a crime to be.
Yeah, but this guy...
Because there are so many people in prison right now who are in prison because they just can't afford bail.
Legal representation.
Yeah!
Right. Well, this guy wasn't one of those people. This guy wasn't one of those.
Was he a bad guy?
He wasn't a bad guy, but he got caught doing something he shouldn't have been doing.
Was it drugs?
It was like manufacturing some kind of I don't know.
Drugs.
Yeah, it was like distribution of, I don't know, whatever. He was cooking something up. Fucking Breaking Bad.
What's your
or whatever.
point? What's your point?
My point is he commented on that. He said, I was in the joint, and I want to tell you, these guys would give anything just to get out, even if it was for $1 an hour. You would rather be out of the joint than in the joint. Now, I don't know if he represents everybody, but it was...
But they do a lot of this work in prison.
Not fighting fires. They were fighting fires.
Yeah, but they do all kinds of stuff in prison.
They don't want to be in
fighting
there.
Fighting fires is really fucked up that they don't pay them. Because a lot, what we're talking about is that prisoners were used to fight the wildfires here in California.
That's right. That was the article.
And what I understand is that once they get out of jail, the fire department won't fucking hire them, even though they fought fires with them.
Right.
Fucked up. So the number to call, 424-262-0904 if you want to leave a comment. And here's another voicemail we got this week.
Hey, Eddie, Scott here in Canada. This is an update on my chipmunk I told you about a couple of months ago, who was eating off my wife's feet and out of my hands. They're a weird combination of adorable and wise wisdom. I can't talk. Too many antidepressants. So the other day, the chipmunk says to me, hey, when do you hibernate? Hibernating soon? I'm hibernating tomorrow with my family. And I tell him, humans don't hibernate. Our species doesn't do that. And he looks at me like I'm the stupidest vertebrate that ever lived in the history of Earth. And he says to me, well, it's dark and it's cold. Don't you get depressed? And I said, yeah, everybody I know is on antidepressants, and it's worse in the wintertime. It sucks.
Mm.
And then he spreads his little paws out sideways like, so? And I hibernate, idiot. So I think I'm going to give it a shot this year, hibernate 4 or 5 months, maybe just 4 months. And, maybe something to think about for your other viewers and listeners. And I'll catch you in about 4 months, and I'll have 16 episodes of your podcast to catch up on. Okay. I hope that helps some people. Love you, Eddie. You're the funniest man alive. And thanks. Bye.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, especially for the compliment at the end. And also, it's good. Those are rough winters in Canada. Scott's in Canada, right? And, he's talking about depression and the winter, because I have a friend in New York. I've been talking to him the last few days, and he's battling some intense depression. I said, hey, I think it's got a lot to do with the onset of winter, and we started off this show, and there's always closure in this show. It's always a loop to closure, and we're going toward that now. As we started about the LA rain, and then out here it's too sunny,
right?
But man, the one great thing about
we don't have winters like that.
We don't have brutal
Yeah.
winters, even though, I don't know. You're from Chicago,
Yeah,
so
we
you
don't
don't miss them.
We don't have winter here. There's no
No.
winter. There's no winter.
No, this is our winter.
This is fall.
57
Yeah, this is, like,
degrees.
beautiful.
We have a fall.
Right. A mild fall. Maybe we have like two weeks of cold weather.
Right.
If that.
At night it's been chilly, and I love just putting on the
Right.
blankets. Not to brag, I have that kind of lifestyle with blankets.
It's nice getting cozy.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice getting cozy.
Just
Wouldn't you hibernate if you
Oh,
could?
and that was great. By the way, I just want to say, Scott, that it's great that you have a relationship with a chipmunk. No, I mean it. Because Scott, he's talking to a chipmunk, right? Which tells me he's on Lexapro. No. He's talking about antidepressants too, which I am on.
And you don't talk to chipmunks, though.
I talk to squirrels.
Squirrels.
Follow me on Instagram at Eddie Pep, and you'll see a squirrel video. Or, yeah, right. That's where I have it up.
In Tarzana, where I write with my buddy, there's a squirrel that comes right up to the door in the morning.
Yeah.
And he puts his hands out like this, and he points to himself. I'm not kidding. I swear to you. And
Let me tell you,
we
nature
feed
is smarter than you think.
The squirrel knows where it's getting fed because he leaves, we'll leave seeds out there. Sunflower. They love taking the sunflower seed. And
I give him peanuts, walnuts, and almonds.
Oh, that's high.
It's high end. I'm a
High class.
high-end
You are a
guy.
high-class kind of
I'm
guy.
a high-end person with squirrels, not humans. But I just, Scott is having a really. By the way, he just casually says, this squirrel, this chipmunk that's eating off my wife's feet and out of my hand. This chipmunk eats off his wife's feet.
That's so cool.
It's so cool and erotic, Anyway, he is having, Scott, it's great that you're having a relationship with the chipmunk. And hibernation, you brought up hibernation. And you're going to hibernate for 4 fucking months. Wouldn't it be great if we could do that?
You could do it if you could get your
No,
bill.
you need to eat.
No, dude. No, you could do it if you had Elizabeth Taylor money. Let me just hear me out.
How could you do it?
Because she did it. Elizabeth Taylor, remember she'd get skinny and then she'd get fat, they'd put her under. They'd put Elizabeth Taylor into a fucking induced coma. They'd put her out into hibernation, and her body would eat all its fat, and she'd come out looking like fucking she did in 1965.
Is that true?
If you have the money, yeah. If you have the money, you can do it. If you have Bezos money, you can fucking hibernate. I'm just saying.
I guess so.
It can be done.
It can be done. I have to look for our final ad. I thought I had it here. It's been a good podcast, right?
That feels good, man. I feel better talking about stuff.
You do?
With you, yeah. I feel much better.
Good. I mean, that's. By the way, that's a key to mental health, is that you don't keep it to yourself, that you don't isolate. Because people, when they're not feeling, and this goes to you too, Scott, in Canada, people, when they get depressed, they tend to isolate. You need to fucking talk to people, you know?
After my accident, Eddie called me. I told Eddie I was hurt. I was hurt and I was in an accident. I can't get off the couch. And Eddie called me every day for 3 weeks and read me Dickens. He read me Nicholas Nickleby, and it made me feel better. I'm just saying.
I don't think we have this for some reason.
Something disappeared.
My our iTunes, rate us on iTunes. Well, rate us on iTunes, for fuck's sake.
That's a commercial.
I know, but it's not here. It keeps coming up, Zuko Beetle. Yes, you have to rate us on iTunes, okay? You don't have to, but it would be nice if you rate us on iTunes. What happens is that our profile goes up, right? And you can tell that this podcast is a cry for fucking help. So we need you to rate us on iTunes. Give it a good rating and talk about how, these guys speak the truth and these guys, blah, 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 blah. I just want to thank everybody. Aaron, our engineer in here, Steve Lally, the YouTube audience, our SoundCloud audience. I'm going to be, if you're listening to this live on YouTube right now, I'm going to be at the Comedy Store tonight, December 5th, is it?
Yeah.
Or 6th?
Today's the 5th.
December 5th, tonight, I'm going to be at the Comedy Store main room.
That's a big
It's
deal.
the 8:30 show. I'm going to be the 10 o'clock spot. Sebastian Maniscalco is on it, big-time comic. Chris D'Elia is on it, among other really good comics. I'm on it. I'm in the sweet spot, the 10 o'clock spot. And then I'll be at the Hollywood Improv on Friday. I'll be in the main room for the 10:30 show. Big people are on that, too. That would be December 7th. And I'm going to be coming to Chicago, going to be coming to your
where?
At the Lincoln Lodge, which I believe is at a place called The Hideout. But I'll give you more information when that comes through. Right now, it's looking like January 25, 6, and 7, something like that.
Congrats.
We'll see. And okay, that's really it. And any upcoming gigs?
Nothing to talk about. Nothing to say.
Follow Steve at Lolly Comedy on Twitter, and follow me at Eddie Pepitone on Twitter. I have a Facebook fan page. Like that. All right, everybody. All Things Comedy. Come here to get all your podcast needs. All Things Comedy. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.